What's up, Dub Nation? If you're a Warriors fan and want to stay updated on everything about the team, make sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel. Here we bring you in-depth analysis, trade rumors, and all the behind-the-scenes action of the franchise. So turn on the notification bell so you don't miss anything. Let's get into the video. The NBA season has never seen anything like this. The idea of a blockbuster trade already seemed massive when Luka Doncic landed with the Los Angeles Lakers, forming a new superstar duo alongside Anthony Davis. But now, an even more shocking rumor has emerged. The Golden State Warriors are planning a move that could redefine league history. Ambitious? Yes, that's the least you can say. According to insider reports, the Warriors are exploring the possibility of bringing LeBron James and Kevin Durant to the Bay Area. The most impressive part? They would do it while keeping Stephen Curry on the roster. This would create a super team that, despite being veteran-heavy, would have enough talent to dominate the NBA like few teams ever have. The details of this operation are still unclear, but rumors suggest Golden State would be willing to part with valuable pieces to make it happen. Jonathan Kuminga, Andrew Wiggins, Gary Payton-Sand, and Kevin Looney are among the potential trade assets, along with a package of 4 first-round picks. Even Draymond Green, a cornerstone of the franchise's culture, could be moved if necessary to complete the deal. This potential trade also fits into a landscape of frantic moves across the league. The Phoenix Suns, for example, are reportedly pursuing a deal for Jimmy Butler, while the Lakers, after acquiring Doncic, might already be considering further changes before their new star even steps on the court alongside Davis. What makes this story even more fascinating is that Curry, LeBron, and Durant have already shown incredible chemistry during the last Olympic Games. However, playing together in the NBA is an entirely different challenge. If the Warriors manage to pull this off, the team would instantly become older, that's true, but they could also become legendary. They would surpass the Doncic to the Lakers trade as the biggest move in league history and build a roster capable of dominating like few teams before. What makes this potential Warriors move so intriguing isn't just the individual talent of LeBron James and Kevin Durant, but also the impact it would have on the recent history of the NBA. It would reunite 3 of the greatest players of the modern era with a legacy that spans generations. However, before this idea can become reality, there are several major obstacles to overcome. The first is the league's salary cap. Golden State is already operating at the financial limit, and adding massive contracts like LeBron's and Durant's would require extremely complex financial maneuvering. They would need to send out equivalent contracts to balance the numbers and likely pay an astronomical luxury tax. Another delicate point is team dynamics. Stephen Curry has always been the face of the franchise, and even when Durant arrived in 2016, he never lost that status. But LeBron has always been the central figure of every team he's played for. How would that dynamic work? Durant already had a stint with the Warriors and left with some tension, particularly with Draymond Green, who could be part of the trade if this move actually happens. Additionally, there's the physical aspect. At 39, LeBron James is still playing at an elite level, but time spares no one. Durant, at 36, remains one of the league's top scorers, but his injury history raises concerns about his durability over a full season. Curry, also 36, has shown signs of physical wear in recent years. The big question is, could a team built around 3 aging legends keep up with an increasingly fast and physical league? Despite these uncertainties, the upside of this potential reunion is enormous. Imagine an offense led by Curry, LeBron, and Durant. Opposing defenses would constantly be forced to choose between guarding Curry's deep shooting, LeBron's explosive drives, or Durant's nearly unstoppable scoring ability. Warriors head coach Steve Kerr would face one of the biggest tactical challenges of his career, but also one of the most fascinating opportunities in basketball history. Amid all these swirling possibilities, there's also the narrative impact on the NBA. If this team came together and won a championship, how would it shape the legacies of those involved? It would be one of the most star-studded teams ever assembled, rivaling past super teams like Magic Johnson and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's Lakers, or LeBron, Dwyane Wade, and Chris Bosh's Miami Heat. On the other hand, what if it didn't work? The pressure would be immense. The Warriors would be risking their future on a short-term bet, and any failure would be magnified by the hype surrounding the project. If this superstar-powered squad failed to win a title, the criticism would be inevitable, and rebuilding the team could take years. Behind the scenes, reports indicate that Golden State's front office is determined to explore all possibilities. But how far are they willing to go? Would the trade only involve young players and draft picks, or could a key piece like Draymond Green or Klay Thompson also be part of the deal? And most importantly, would LeBron and Durant be willing to take on this challenge? The NBA has witnessed many incredible stories, but if this one comes to life, it could become one of the most unbelievable of all time. The story of a young talent trying to establish himself in the NBA always sparks curiosity and expectations. When that talent comes from a country where basketball is more than just a sport, it's part of the national identity, the narrative becomes even more fascinating. This is the case of Sotto, a 22-year-old Filipino center who, standing at 7'1", 216 meters, has drawn interest from multiple teams, including the Golden State Warriors. But does he have what it takes to shine in the most competitive league in the world? Sotto is not just a tall player. He combines size with coordination, mobility, and an offensive skill set that sets him apart from many traditional centers. His presence in the paint commands respect, both defensively and offensively. He has good ball control for someone of his height and has shown flashes of a refined touch around the basket. However, transitioning to the NBA presents an entirely new challenge. Playing in the United States requires more than raw talent. The speed of the game is relentless, the physical demands are intense, and adapting to the tactical style of NBA teams can be a complicated process. Many promising young players have passed through the league without managing to establish themselves because they couldn't handle these demands. How quickly Kai can develop will determine whether he becomes a valuable asset or just another experiment that didn't pan out. If he does end up with the Golden State Warriors, the impact will go far beyond the court. The Bay Area is home to one of the largest Filipino communities outside the Philippines, and Kai's arrival could become a cultural event. The Chase Center could turn into a gathering place for passionate fans, creating a unique atmosphere at games. But would that cultural connection alone be enough to justify his signing? The cultural factor is undoubtedly one of the biggest attractions of Sotto's potential arrival at the Golden State Warriors. The impact of a Filipino player joining one of the most popular franchises in the world would have repercussions that go beyond basketball. The energy at the Chase Center could transform, with Filipino fans showing up in large numbers, flags waving in the stands, and a new audience emotionally connecting with the team. However, as important as this connection is, the determining factor for his place on the roster will be what he can deliver on the court. At the Warriors, every roster spot holds immense value. The team is in a delicate phase, trying to balance its pursuit of another championship with the need to develop young talent for the future. The franchise has already demonstrated its ability to mold promising players and turn them into essential pieces within its system. Kai would have the opportunity to learn alongside Stephen Curry and Draymond Green, two of the smartest players in the NBA, while also being coached by Steve Kerr, a coach who values tactical intelligence and versatility. But this opportunity does not come without challenges. The main question is his adaptation to the Warriors' style of play. The team has one of the most dynamic offenses in the league, based on constant movement, quick passing, and floor spacing. This requires all players, including centers, to be agile and capable of making split-second decisions. Kai has shown promising offensive skills in the Japanese league, but the NBA is an entirely different level. He will need to prove that he can keep up with the pace, make quick reads, and contribute consistently. Defensively, the challenge will be even greater. The NBA is filled with highly athletic players, and centers who struggle with lateral movement often get exposed. Kai's ability to protect the rim is not in question, but he will need to prove that he can defend in pick-and-roll situations, step out of the paint when necessary, and communicate effectively in defensive rotations. To achieve this, his physical conditioning will have to be at an elite level. The experience of training and playing alongside veterans like Draymond Green could be invaluable in accelerating this learning process. Draymond is one of the smartest defenders in the league and could help Kai better understand the tactical aspects of the game. At the same time, the presence of Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson on the perimeter would give Kai more space to operate in the paint without as much offensive pressure early in his career. But there is one issue that cannot be ignored: time. The Warriors cannot afford to wait years for Sotto to become a productive player. Every season matters, and if he takes up a roster spot, he will need to show quickly that he can contribute. This puts immense pressure on a young player who is still developing. However, if Kai can overcome these barriers and find his place on the team, the Warriors could be looking at a unique opportunity. A 7-1 center with good mobility and offensive potential is a rare commodity in today's game. If he can develop his skills consistently, he could become a crucial piece in the team's system while also attracting a new legion of fans to the franchise. From a business perspective, signing him would be a strategic move for the Warriors. The NBA has been expanding its global influence for years, and international players play a key role in this strategy. Bringing in Kai would open doors for new commercial partnerships, increase merchandise sales in the Philippines, and further strengthen the Warriors' global image. Additionally, partnerships with Asian brands could multiply, turning Kai Sotto into an ambassador, not just for the Warriors but for the NBA in the region. This could create an impact similar to what happened with Yao Ming in the 2000s, when his entrance into the league took basketball to new heights in China. Does Kai have the potential to follow a similar path? Can he become a relevant player in the NBA while also serving as a bridge between cultures? Everything will depend on his dedication, development, and ability to adapt to the league's level of demand. If the Warriors decide to take a chance on Kai Sotto, they will be making a calculated risk, but one with the potential for enormous rewards. The cultural impact would be massive, strengthening the team's global fan base, especially in the Philippines where basketball is almost a religion. Commercially, it could open doors to new partnerships and market opportunities, reinforcing the Warriors brand in Asia. But at the end of the day, what really matters is what happens on the court. Kai will need to prove quickly that he can contribute consistently, whether by protecting the rim, fitting into the team's dynamic offense, or bringing versatility to the roster. If he can adapt to the pace and demands of the NBA, he could become a valuable rotation player and, who knows, even etch his name into the franchise's history. Now we want to hear your thoughts. Do you think Kai Sotto would be a good addition to the Golden State Warriors? Does he have the potential to establish himself in the NBA, or would he just be a commercial bet? Drop your comment below, and let's discuss. And if you enjoyed this analysis, you know what to do. Hit the like button to support the channel and subscribe so you don't miss any content about the Warriors and the NBA. Turn on notifications to stay updated on all the latest news. See you in the next video.